Hey, this is a late night it's late for me, so my old Wednesday night edition of the Jerry White Show with my guy, Coach Kyle Davis. Man, thank you for jumping on. And this isn't a normal show. We are talking about your annual football camp. I'm so excited to go through some of the names that's going to be on this camp.
Oh yeah, it's this is the third year we've done it. Second year here at Florella because it's been my second year. We started up at DAR. We had it up there, and we're fortunate to get some former Alabama, former Auburn, former NFL guys. We also this year we've kind of grown it a little bit. We've got some other former D1 guys that played at Rutgers and Oklahoma State, and then they went on to the league. So it's kind of grown from just being Alabama and Auburn guys that kind of made it to the league to kind of growing to, branching out a little bit. So we're really blessed to have the guys that come in and work this thing.
And soup to nuts here, Coach. Let's talk about there's some camps who you really just show up and you hang out, you get something cool to drink and a nice T-shirt. This camp is being taught by people who were doing it at a very high level. Some are still coaching and doing different things. This is a camp that's going to cause these kids to get better.
Oh yeah, no, it's intensive, man. We run from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. Like you said, I mean, there's guys that are going to be instructing at this camp that are still Division I coaches right now. Like I said, played in Division I, played in the league. Division I coaches now. So, I mean, we're talking about guys that are, actively recruiting. I mean, they're coming off the recruiting trail to come to do this camp. And I mean, I'm not necessarily saying it's for us, but I'm saying that I think that, they do it because they know what kind of camp we run. They know it's a legit camp. It's not just a babysitting service for a day. I mean, kids are actually out there working hard, learning skills, and trying to develop themselves to be better in the fall.
So give us some examples of what age groups these are, because some camps you have elementary kids with high schoolers. It's broken up a little different.
Yeah, I mean, we cover K through 12. Don't get me wrong, we really do. And I think too that's what makes our guys so special that work our camp. They, like I said, they come off a recruiting trail of guys that are getting recruited as Division I football players, and they'll show up Saturday morning with the same intensity to coach 6, 7, and 8-year-olds on their level. It's not past their level, And so we break it down, age appropriate. It's as far as what they'll be getting. Our older guys get more intense, obviously, and more structured kind of teaching, where our younger guys is more broad, but it's fundamental parts of the game. But man, what I got to say about my guys that show up, man, they're just as intense and they're just as enthusiastic about coaching them D1 guys as they are about coaching our 6, 7, 8-year-olds.
And it's again, it is an amazing from fundamentals, but you're working hard. But everyone I've spoke to that's went to this camp, you guys have so much fun. All the kids have a blast, and you love to compete.
Oh yeah,
and there's going to be competition.
Yeah, it's fun. We got, I don't know, well, I mean, AC Carter, Gadsden guy, he shows up there, man, and he is he's probably one of the most intense coaches that I've ever been around. And man, he coaches those kids up. He loves those kids up, and he's always stressing competition, whether it's one-on-one drills or whether it's, who's attacking the ball at the highest point, that kind of stuff. And I mean, and so, yeah, we, like I said, we'll hit fundamentals. We'll work on their individual position, whether it be offense or defense. We even, we got Hayden Stockton's there, and he punted for Alabama. So we work a little bit of special teams time if we get a chance to do that, if anybody's interested in it. And then, like I said, afternoon sessions geared towards competition. We do one-on-ones. We do, pass pro one-on-ones. We do one-on-ones, corners and DBs and linebackers and running backs. And then we actually kind of break it down at the end and have some fun with some airball competition, And so, I think that, it's $125, and I know that in today's economy that's a lot, but I really think that they get their money's worth, when they show up. Like I said, I've seen guys that have to pay that for 2-hour camps, 3-hour camps, and we're there all day. And again, just speaking highly of the guys I have that show up, they go from can to can't, and they stay enthusiastic from start to finish.
Speaking of a coach, we have Coach Alan Beckett on here. Says Kyle Davis is a stud.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
AB's incredible, man. I miss that dude. He wants to know if AB wants to know, Coach, if you believe in the forward pass.
I'll throw it a couple times. We'll throw it around just a little bit every now and then. I do know my Coleman Association when I was at West End used to hate having my 4-hour games. So I don't know. I don't know how true.
That's funny. That's good stuff. Hey, so where can people get online and find out more information? How do they register? Is it day of, sign up only, or go through that, Coach?
Oh no, there's multiple ways. We have our Facebook page, Florida Wildcat Football, where it's on there. We have actually a Florida Athletics page where it's on there as well. We have a website. It's called Alabama Legends Wiregrass Football Camp.canva. It's on Canva. And you can search it, and there's a way there that you can register online. We prefer you to do it online. That way we can kind of have an idea about lunches, because we do provide lunch, so we can have an idea about, how much lunches that we're going to do. And yeah, my wife just put my cat. We got a kitten, and she knows I hate cats. And
that's awesome.
But and so you can register online there. They have a QR code you can scan, or there's also a link that you can click. Just kind of takes you to a Google form. Get your T-shirt size, tells us, who you are and all that kind of stuff. So, and we, like I said, you can Venmo, you can PayPal, or like I said, you can sign up day of the camp. We're doing walk-up sign-ups from 7 to 9. So we take anybody, we don't turn anybody away. K through 12, boy, girl, whoever just wants to get better at football. That's who we have.
Hey, a lot of people jumping on right now. There's my brother from another mother, Brandon Keller. He, Coach, you got to check him out. He's got a group that does a show called the Sports Nuts.
Yeah.
They're incredible, man. That is it. Did I see QB1 walk past a few minutes ago?
Yeah, he's been in trouble, I think.
Uh-oh. Not QB1. Not my guy. Not my guy.
I don't think he's been listening to Tisha, but I have to, yeah.
Yeah, Coach, he's holding the cat.
Yeah, he took the cat from me.
So hey, besides him not listening, he probably gets that from you, from my understanding.
Yeah, that'd be agreed.
Let's talk about your football team. Going to your third year, very competitive. You've had some athletes. You played in some big time games. What's this off season looking like for you, as your son will be a senior this coming year?
This will be my 24th year coaching, 18th year as a head coach, and probably just pound for pound, player for player. We probably got one of the most athletic teams I've ever had coming back. We got a real great group of skill kids, and we had a line that was really developing last year. Last year we got in a little bit of a situation where we had a lot of kids that played the year before that were playing, but their role wasn't as vital of a role the year before as it was last year. And it kind of took us a little bit to kind of get into, us understanding what our role was, now it being more vital. And we got better as the year went on. We fell short of the playoffs to Elba. But, I think we, again, our basketball team went Final Four. Our baseball team was second round. So, I mean, that winning or that competitiveness, I believe, is kind of leaking over into all of our male sports, and I'm hoping that we'll continue to carry that torch in the fall.
I have no question about that. Hold on, I'm just going through some of the comments. Yeah, he coaches at Florala, not the Floribama. It's a different program.
Yeah, that was in my 20s probably.
That's so fun. People who watch this show are idiots, and we love them. That's why they watch the show, Coach. Hey,
no mullet tosses here. We don't have any mullet tosses there.
That's hilarious. You keep Steve Smith out of this.
Yeah.
I personally think, prove me wrong. How many state championships does Steve Smith win with a mullet versus not having a mullet?
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm just saying. Hey, a little bit. Let's talk about your opinion, and I've talked to Coach AB a couple times about this as well, some other coaches. Let's talk where we are with NIL in high school football, right? Obviously, it's not here in Alabama. We all know certain things get done for certain situations, but on the surrounding states, you see it in Florida. You're right there, man. You're a 3 wood away from Florida, so you get to see it. Talk to us a little bit about that.
I mean, it's kind of one of those deals, kind of like I told a lot of people I felt like with the public-private deal,
Yeah.
it didn't really affect us. Those for 1A football, that's not really an effective thing. You don't really see it a lot, as far as the public private. Most of our guys are, we play public school teams, and most of it you find that in the higher thing. And that's kind of like the thing with NIL as well. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there's probably guys out there that are going to make good money doing it in high school, because of their projections and the things of that nature. But I mean, but I think to get up in arms about things like that, when you're talking about maybe 1% of the high school population that may actually, benefit hugely from it. And it may, impact that part of football just a small amount. I think that's, to get up in arms about it right now, I think it's a little early. Obviously, I think probably more about, our area, like you said, in the Florida, and what I was really glad that we didn't see Alabama come to is you got guys that play football at one school, basketball at one school, baseball at another school, and they move all throughout the year, and there's no consequence about it. And that's tough. I mean, that's tough on a program. That's tough on a coach. Right. That's tough on a school and tough on a community. So, I mean, to be able to, have missed that through all this stuff, I think was a big win for our whole state, public, private, whatever, however you want to see it, Cusack, whatever, I think that was that to be able to still have, some kind of parameters that we all operate under. I felt like that was a big win for our state. And look, I mean, on a personal note, I'm a purist. I believe that there should be amateur sports, and I believe there should be professional sports. And, right now, those lines are blurred, and
sure.
Of course, like I said, I've been in it for 24, 25 years now, and so obviously, there's probably a younger generation that's trying to, come into these ranks, and it's going to lead, football in high school here in Alabama and other states into the, next decades that may think differently. I don't know, but I like I said, I was glad to see that we sustained some kind of parameter inside of, how we were going to conduct high school football in this state.
Well, I'm going to be putting together kind of like a little coaches roundtable, talking some of these issues, and not just Alabama coaches. I think if we're not seeing it from every point of view, then we're not doing any of it justice. From a media standpoint, man, it's fun for me.
I can see that. I can understand that for sure. And look, man, I think if there's a way to protect the team aspect of the game, while we're promoting our better players, or our better players are being promoted, if there's a way to protect those that team aspect of it, I think that's, then that's probably the road we need to head down, but again, to me, and I played baseball until I was 22, 23 years old.
If your wife would let you, you'd play today.
Yeah, that probably so. I'd hurt myself. But I did hit one out in batting practice the other day. Did
you?
Yeah, well,
Well, I heard about those home run contests down in Huntington.
Yeah, well, there's a few of those. You have to get Brandon Johnson on the show for that one. There's a few things about that. But, saying that, loving baseball and being a part of my life, and I mean, like I said, putting me through school and things of that nature, yeah. Football's still the greatest game in the world. I mean, it's the greatest game in the world that teaches more people to understand diversity, understand what a locker room really means. Yeah. We take everybody. You've heard me say that before. We take them, big, tall, fat, short, smart, dumb, ugly, pretty. I mean, there's a place for you on a football team anywhere, anybody. Right. So I think, for if we can protect that part of it, like I said, still our better players, getting their fair share, then I think that's like I said, that's the road we need to head down.
Man, thank you, everyone jumping on. Ray Freeman, Scott Coley, what's up, my guy? Man, hey, Coach, he needs some prayer. His son's graduating this year.
Yeah, well.
Next year it's you. Y'all can talk. I'll put y'all together, man. Y'all can talk a little bit about it. Hey, did you – it's out in the open. We can talk about it now. Have you reached out to Jameson? Jameson's now coaching again, co-defense coordinator at Etowah and defensive line coach.
Yeah, no, not personally, but I did see all those guys get, picked up and coaches, bringing the Etowah guys back. And look, I mean, being around that area, as long as I was, and I mean, we loved West End, man. We loved being there. We loved the kids there, the people there. I mean, it was just fun stuff. But I mean, that program at Etowah has always just been, just one of the top ones. I mean, like Alexandria, where I came from. Yeah. I mean, always, You know, they're always going to be there. They're always going to be at the top, and to see them, you know, in the decline, I think that's just bad for football all the way around. You know, not just for the city of Attala, but just football in that area. They need to be a good team, and so I think they probably got the guys in place now to get them to where they need to be.
Well, I know you said before Jamison needed to be coaching. I know you'd be happy that he's back.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you need good coaches, man. You know, you need good coaches, and you need guys that understand the game, and especially like at a place like Etowah, you need somebody that understands Etowah football, and I think they have guys there that do that now.
So again, this is going to be a short episode, and we'll have you back on soon. I love talking ball with you, man. You're one of my favorite. You're my brother. Love to have you on one more time. The Legends Camp, and it's the perfect name for it. Pitch it again, and how can people sign up for it? And you guys go have a blast.
Well, again, I mean, it's Legends for a reason, man. Like I said, you know, guys like Antonio Langum, Kevin Jackson, Chris Schelling, AC Carter, DJ Hall. I mean, these are some guys that are going to be there. And that's why we call it what we call it. It's going to be, you know, Saturday, May 16th. It's going to be at Matthews Stadium, Florella. I know, you know, your audience is probably a good ways away, and I know gas is high right now, but I'm telling you, if they bring, you know, we've had guys that come from Mobile. We've had guys that come from Baldwin County. And I've been told, hey, it's the best camp they've been to. And again, that's not a testament to me. That's a testament to the guys that I have work it. So it'll be Saturday, May 16th, 9 to 3. Lunch is provided, $125. Like I said, you can register online at Alabama Legends Wiregrass Football Camp.canva, or you can go to our football Facebook page or our Florella Athletics Facebook page, and information is on all of those.
Man, some of these people that are going to be coaching this camp, Kyle, charge more than that for an autograph.
Yeah, and they may, and you get those too. These guys sign, and that's what I'm saying, man. They're great with these kids. I mean, and you know, I have parents that come up to me and say, "Are they going to get to?" And I tell them, "Look, you don't have to worry about that. The last 15, 20 minutes, man, they'll sign shirts, they'll take pictures." And one thing I haven't mentioned is these are good guys, man. And so we take probably about 4 segments, about 4 10 to 15 minute segments during the day, and they just kind of talk to them about character, about education, you know, what it takes to make it in the pros, the kind of guy you got to be, you know, how you're going to get through school and do ball and that kind of stuff. And it's coming from guys that had to do it, you know, and they had to live it, and probably in a tougher time than what kids have to do it now, you know. So so their advice is solid, and so, you know, we try to minister to the physical as much as we do the emotional side as well, you know, being out there and teaching character and things of that nature.
Could you imagine you and I coming up with all the social media and videos that are out now?
We might not be talking right here, Jim.
That's exactly right. Hey, I love you, man. I appreciate you jumping on and going over this. Let's go support this camp. It's amazing. And again, thank you to the sponsor. Everyone watching, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's get some people out there. Coach Davis, tell your bride and family the Whites love them.
We sure will. Appreciate you, brother. Love you, man.
Amen.